Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ardhia Pramesti and I'm from paper English. So in this special occasion, I would like to present my studies about agriculture, student attitude, and knowledge about pesticide in food crop attitudes. So in this presentation, in this PPT, I provided in the six outline, and the first is introduction, the second is literature review, and then research method, and then result, discussion, and the last is conclusion. So the first is introduction. Indonesia is a country where most of population work as a farmer. Agriculture has a big contribution to the economy and fulfillment of basic food needs. The government uses policy to deal with the pests or plant distributing organism with the agriculture intensification. Activity one of the intensification of agriculture is pest eradication and plant disease using pesticide. According to the Samaria 2012, agriculture currently has a very dangerous impact on human survival, not only environment damage, water, and also soil poison. Use of agricultural chemical as well endanger human and animal health. Because why? Because of the pesticide properties, the chemical is very toxic. Another bad impact is a negative influence agricultural chemical compound on food quality and health, decreasing biodiversity including generic research of flora and fauna that is the main capital of sustainable agriculture and other impact dangerous. However, there has been a research into agricultural and agrotechnology student attitude and knowledge about pesticide in food crop attitudes. So analysis in this study is aimed to find the several perspective from agriculture student and also agrotechnology student related to the pesticide used to food crop. From several exciting cases, the author want to know some perspective on the use of pesticide on the food crop by student of the Faculty of Agriculture and Agrotechnology of Muhammadiyah University, Yogyakarta, class of 2019 and also 2020. Especially, we are interested in the following two questions and guided research. The first one is what is student attitudes toward pesticide in food? And the second is how well do students understand the concept of pesticide in food crop? And then we next in the literature review. The literature review is divided into two main sub-bab, and the first is definition of attitude and knowledge itself, and also definition of pesticide. And the definition of attitude and knowledge is about knowledge is a cognitive aspect related to the what is known, such as theories, concept, facts, formulas. In general, the aspect can be found in the textbooks are reading. Meanwhile, attitude is an affective aspect related to the person's values, perception, tendencies, intention to do something. Attitude will affect a person in deciding and making a decision because it is closely related to the way of thinking or what people feel about something which is then reflected in the form of behavior. So, and the second suburb is about definition of pesticide. Pesticides are chemical that are used to kill pests, including insect, fungi, and weeds. Pesticides are widely used for purpose of eradicating pests and diseases in agriculture. Pesticides are a poisonous and dangerous material by Behari 2018. Studies conducted on the knowledge and usage of pesticides in several developing countries have shown that farmers' practices are often unsafe and can result in health problems. Pesticides have a wide range of negative impact on the economics, such as poisoning fresh water, reducing biodiversity in the fresh water, reducing numbers of natural predators, interfering with the pollution process and threatening food production. But interestingly, some indicated that the relationship between knowledge and practice is not always linear. The WHO recommended that pesticides should use only when the benefit outweighs the risk. Use integrate pest management or IPM, not chemical pest control if pesticides are necessary. Stored in original container with child-proof seal, out of reach, in a log cabinet, educate on the safe use of pesticide. Follow manufacturer's instruction. Use protective equipment for better production and other values. So um, we next the research method. In this research methods, this study is use questionnaire survey designed on a Google form that has prepared several questions needed to assess no agriculture student attitude and knowledge about pesticide in food group attitudes. And then this technique is chosen by the author by it might be easier for both of parties. The student participants target were some students of agribusiness also in and also agrotechnology Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta batch 2019 and 2020. The study's participants were chosen as they were considered having enough background knowledge on pesticide. Such background knowledge was mainly obtained from course over in each department. And then the researcher will be spread the link of Google Form through WhatsApp, which is from the chat. That prior to spreading the questionnaire, the researcher and the respondent agreement to take the part in the study, and then after collecting the data, the researchers start to calculate the participant and analyze on the answer by the respondent, and then the final, the what is that? The researcher was to calculating all the point and to make the conclusion based on the answer questionnaire. The point was to deliver from the Google form calculating operator to find out the percentage of each item. And then finally, and the last step is the researcher could make a table and show the result on his research to this the biggest and lowest percentage of each element could be delivered such as in this PPT. And then we moved into the result. This study has been carried by filled out by Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta students using Google Form. They are distributed. The first aspect is talk about personal data, and then the personal data include department and batch. And then the second aspect is a statement reversed in the student attitudes and knowledge about pesticide in food crop. And the data itself obtained are as 25 respondents consists of 20% agri-technology student and 18% of agri-business student, which are divided into 60x% student of the 2020 class and 32% of the 29 class. And this is the Table 1 is about student attitude towards pesticide in food crop. And the table provided information related to the student attitude toward the pesticide on food crop from the result that have been collected from Google Form. It can be seen that 18% of respondents that they strongly disagree with the statement that food crop given pesticide can harm human health. Then on the statement, it is important that we check before we buy food crop as much as 18% started they strongly agree. Then 80% respondent starting that they evolve that the student can do overcome the disagree of using pesticide is just to be quiet and watch it. Then the statement that farmers need to be given counseling in controlling pests and disease in vegetable crop without the use of pesticide as much as 40x%. state that they strongly agree. This prof, the agribusiness agri-technology student in 2019 and 2020 Universities Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta are able to give a good attitude about pesticide in food crop, such as the awareness that a student, especially agricultural student, when faced with case of pesticide hazard. Is it appropriate they act so that they do not just keep quiet or even just look at this case? So we next the table 2 is about how well do students understand the concept of pesticide in food crop. In this table, how well students understand the concept of pesticide of food crop. In the first statement, as many 64% of respondents said that they strongly disagree that pesticide are not harmful to human health. Then in the statement that pesticides have a bad impact on the environment also shows 68% strongly agree. Then 52% of respondents agree on the statement that pesticides are also affected because of the use of pesticide, and then 52% state that they strongly agree about the statement the botanical pesticides are better used on food crop than synthetic pesticide. And then 76% of respondents thought that they strongly agree if farmers need to reduce the use of pesticide, and also 48% of respondents strongly disagree with the statement that the adverse effect of pesticide on farmer are proportional to the quality of the food crop produced. From the result of this questionnaire contained above, it can be concluded that agribusiness and agro-technology students in 2019 and also 2020, Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta understand the concept of the presence of pesticide in wood crop. Yeah, so we next to the discussion. The discussion in the studies shown that agribusiness and agro-technology students in 2019 and also 2020 Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta understand how the concept of pesticide in wood crop is about the danger human health and adverse effect give an environment. Students also realize that the attitude that need to be done in this minimize the negative impact. Even more, with the importance of the farmer reducing the use of pesticide on food crop and the importance of being selective when we are going to buy food crop that do contain pesticide. And this study turned out have almost the same result as previous research conducted by Samaria. In this research, the level of research by Samaria, the level of knowledge of farmer in Kanrapia village in controlling pests and disease of vegetable crop in the high category, and the behavior of farmer in Kanra village in control pests and disease vegetable plant disease in the high category. They know the impact synthetic pesticide and health to the environmental sustainability, but they still use it. So this is similar, have a similar to this study. The agribusiness and also agri-technology student at Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta University were able to understand the concept of the dangerous of pesticide food crop and how to respond them. So we next to the next chapter is about the conclusion. So after all, the study show how students respond to the understand of the concept of pesticide and food crop. However, the result of the study revealed that many students agree with the statement that pesticide in food crop could actually harm health human. Therefore, rules and attitude need to be emphasized as a student of overcome this, either starting from oneself to apply a selective attitude when they want to buy food crop or providing a program to farmer to reduce to use a pesticide in a food crop. And then based on the research that has been done, I suggest that further research can be conducted with a more respondent. More respondent itself is also result in more diverse perspective. And this result can be used to find out whether students majoring in agribusiness and agrotechnology in Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta already understand about pesticide and food crop and what attitude should be given. So it's enough and that I can deliver or I can present. I'm sorry if there has so many wrong or uh, kesalahan dalam pengucapan. I think it's enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.